What's going on, everyone? I know it's been a little bit. I just wanted to give you a quick update on what I've been up to the last couple months. It's been a while. So last month, I hopped on a plane for the first time in a few years, and we went to Paris. I went with Shin and Seidai, and the kind of goal of the trip was Shin and Seidai had their own sort of gigs and jobs during Paris Fashion Week, and I was going to meet up with my good friend Johannes, aka Pangea, and we were going to shoot a project for a company, which you'll see soon on my IG, and I'll probably put a little bit of BTS in a video coming soon. And yeah, we spent 2 weeks in Paris, or I spent 2 weeks in Paris, and then I spent 1 day in London, and then went to the US to visit family. But I shot a lot of film. Right now we're on the rooftops of Paris. I'm not great with heights, but the view is crazy. Yeah, so this is the first time I'd been back to Paris in 4 years. Last time I was there was 2018, and this time it was nice to be able to go and just focus on creating fun content for the brand that we were working with, and also just taking a lot of film and hanging out with my friends and enjoying Paris Fashion Week. It's kind of tough planning what to bring on an international trip. Aside from obviously clothes, you're trying to think about what cameras to bring, how to keep it minimal so that it's not too heavy when you move around. I ended up bringing the Sony FX, the A7 III for stills, and then for film, I brought the Contax G2, and then also the Nikon 28 Ti. And so these two cameras, in my thought process, were going to be small enough to bring and also give me enough range. I had only the 45 at the time for the G2, and then the 28mm obviously is fixed on the Nikon 28 Ti. So I thought it was a good variation for stills on film. I really wanted to bring the F5, which I had been shooting a lot recently on, but this thing is just too heavy. There's no way I was gonna lug this around Europe.
Today, about to go to the Eiffel Tower and go take some reels right now.
About to go where?
To the Eiffel Tower. You already know. エッフェル塔に来てる。来ました。待って。Okay.
Yeah, so on the trip, I only had the 45 lens for the G2, and it was a little bit too tight for my liking. I like the wider lens, like sort of that aspect ratio where I can get up nice and close and personal. And sometimes you're kind of like in tight situations where you're sitting across, let's say, a table from your friends, you want to take a photo. More often than not, rather than going for my G2, I ended up using the Nikon 28 Ti. And this thing is really, really sharp. I was super surprised at how easy it is to carry around and how not easy it is to carry around. I'm super surprised at how good the photos came out, point blank. I probably shot about 75% of all the shots on film with this thing just because it was so much easier to pick up, really take a quick photo, and just kind of be on the move with this thing. So the G2 is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. We did the Gucci Adidas shoot with this right before we left, and also a Super 73 shoot with G-Star I shot primarily with the G2, and even with the 45, it's great for kind of setup shots, but when you're on the go, you're trying to do like not street portraits, just like shooting photos of friends in intimate situations. I think the 28 Ti was just a lot easier to use. This brings me back to the Nikon F5, which is a brick. This shit is really heavy. But Pangea, Johannes, told me about the Nikon autofocus 20mm lens. And this is what I have on it right now. The 20mm lens is pretty crazy. Here's some photos that I've shot with it. 20mm focal length on film is a first for me, and I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun, and you can get a lot of different compositions that you couldn't get normally, just because it sort of distorts the image, and you can get really uptight with sort of your subject or whatever you're framing. I'm used to a super wide angle just because I shoot a lot on the Samyang fisheye 8mm, but I actually just got, I don't know what this is called. It's a 10 to 18mm lens for the FX, which is what I'm shooting on right now. And I've been shooting a lot of reels on that, and it's been a lot of fun just because you can capture a lot of the background. For street shooting, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, since I've been back, I've been shooting too many work things. I've been shooting just mostly stuff with friends, outdoors. I've been going to the river a lot, hanging out. And I also got, shout out to Mike. He put me on these things. And these have been really fun to shoot with. I've been shooting a lot of BTS and also a lot of B-roll for shoots on this using sort of the old camcorder look. I used to have an old like Sony Handycam that I was using a lot, but this form factor is just a lot easier to use. So I've been hooked on this. You'll probably see more of this in the future as well.
Why the
Alright, so that's a RX-7 FD, probably from like 95, in between 95 and 97.
Hold on, let me get you on the...
It's definitely turbo.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give you a quick update. I'm planning a lot of things for this channel in the next couple months, so please stay tuned, like, subscribe, all that jazz. I've got a lot of cool things planned, and I think you guys like it. As always, appreciate you guys staying to the very end, and I'll see you guys very soon.